What's it going to take for you guys to be okay tonight and to stop this chaos?
It ain't me. It's not me. I'm going to let y'all know that now. It's not us guys neither. And I'm glad that y'all said that. It's not us. It's the police. This the madness that they spark up. This is what they encourage. This is what they provoke. This is what you get out of you taking a loved one from someone. This is what you get. You get a lot of people that's hurt, and they can't vent the right way. They can no longer depend on the police to be here to protect us like they say they gonna do. So this is what you get. And no, it's not gonna end today. I can't tell you it's gonna end tomorrow. I don't know when it's gonna end. But it's for y'all to start. We're not the ones that's killing us. Y'all killing us. We can't make a change if y'all don't change.
I don't know. I'm just tired. It's a lot. Just seeing the news about it has just taken, I don't know, seeing what happened, it just hits you on an emotional level that as a Black person it just can't even really be described. To know that in this day and age, this is your everyday. This could be you. This could be anyone that you care about in a matter of minutes. We need to keep pushing, not just for our sakes, but for the sake of our children, for our children's children. We need to make sure that they are in a far better position than the one we are in today. Honestly, the continual fight for justice, it can get really tiring. And oftentimes, you feel like no matter how much work you've put in, you're just not making movements. But we need to continue to persevere. We need to continue to stay strong and stay consistent in numbers. These times are, honestly, I was going to say these times are crazy, but they're really not that crazy. This stuff has been happening from the beginning. And the only difference between then and now is the fact that now we have social media. Now we have smartphones where we can actually record what is happening and we can show the world what is happening. Because this life that Black people are living right now is very real. It is a part of our everyday norm. Honestly, I wasn't even going to do a video about this week. I had something else completely different in mind, but I just felt compelled to stop and address this issue and address what is happening right now, because as a Black woman, I cannot separate myself from what's happening in this world. I can't separate myself from what's happening to us, what's happening to our fathers, our brothers, our husbands, our sons, our daughters, our sisters, our mothers. This is happening to us. This is happening to me. And it's only a matter of time before something violent happens to someone I directly know and care about. None of us are immune to this. And now it is up to all of us to do our part, to make sure that we're bringing attention to this issue. Whether you are marching, whether you are making phone calls, something needs to be done. All of us need to put in the work. And it's amazing and wonderful that we have people like Shaun King, for instance, and countless others who are working to bring this to our attention every single day. But this is tiring work. I literally have only posted my second video on this subject, and it was extremely emotionally draining. And we just can't let a few people bear the burden of this issue. This is an issue that affects all of us. What I want to say to you today is make sure that you're prioritizing you and your mental health, your emotional well-being. This is a burden that we have had to endure for far too long. And some of us have just grown numb to it. We've just learned to continue on through our lives knowing that this is always in the back of our minds. Knowing that every time we go near a police officer, we slightly tense up because we're not quite sure what could happen. Allies, you need to take a stand now. Whether you are making these phone calls with us, which I please hope that you are, Whether you are having these conversations with your family and friends, with your loved ones, if you know fellow police officers, having this conversation with them, bringing this to the forefront, I'm asking you now to stand with us. Help us make these calls. Help us to try and change this world for the better. Above all else, please remember to take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Make sure you talk to someone during this time. This level of emotional trauma is just so prevalent in our communities. We need to be talking about this. We can no longer afford to just internalize this and keep it moving. We need to know that this is not normal, and this should never be normal. In my last video on this topic, I was making calls for the first time for Ahmaud Arbery, and I'll be sure to include the link in the eye so that you can see what my first experience was like, just in case you're nervous about it. But again, there's nothing to be nervous about. Sean King's hotline takes you right through it step by step. It's super easy. You just remember to be respectful and just be honest and just say exactly how you feel and exactly what's on your mind. And I think we also need to remember that that process in and of itself is extremely healing, extremely therapeutic. Even if you're not talking to anybody, just by leaving a message on a voicemail to the offices explaining how you feel, how this has impacted you, how this continues to impact our country, it makes a huge difference, and it is extremely, extremely healing. Continue to be knowledgeable, continue to stay updated on what's going on so that we can celebrate the small wins. Since the last posting, the people who were involved with Ahmaud Arbery's murder have been arrested. And we will continue to stay up to date on that to make sure that they are fully charged with everything that's happened and are sent to jail where they belong. In addition to that, in the death of Breonna Taylor, the charges have been dropped against Kenneth Walker. That was done by us, all of us, making phone calls, marching, protesting, doing what needs to be done to bring awareness to this issue. It matters, and it has impact, and we just need to keep going, keep being consistent, keep bringing full numbers to every single one of these issues so that when those that want to do ill will against us under the umbrella of white supremacy will think twice, because we are watching and ready to take action. Things will get better. It'll take much time, it'll take much effort, it'll take much energy, but things will get better. Remember, we're all in this together. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and keep going. You got this. See you later.
Walker, and I'm calling because I'm a concerned citizen that has seen what's happened